Good morning. My name is Moody and I will be presenting my English POL and my history POL. First, I'll start off with English. I'll be presenting a character analysis on the book Fahrenheit 451, and the character I will be presenting on is Guy Montag. My thesis statement is Guy Montag is a unique character who has trouble finding his identity. He is often confused and overwhelmed, but of that, he turns to books for answers, hoping that those books would cure his happiness. My first characterization is at the beginning of the book, he was very negative. He kept talking about how books were bad, but even though that was part of the story, he kept talking about how they didn't help at all. And one of the quotes was, "It was a pleasure to burn. It was a special pleasure to see things eaten, to see things blackened and changed." What he means by this is that he was happy to see those books burned, destroyed, because he didn't want them around either. My second characterization is, throughout the middle of the story, he seems to become lost because his wife attempts suicide by swallowing a bunch of pills, sleeping pills, and also one of his friends that he recently met was struck and killed by a speeding car. So he's very broken and very lost at this time. My third characterization is that he starts to become open-minded. He starts reading books and starts to think that they're good and that there's different perspectives. So he says books present so many different perspectives in life, which he means that every different book you read, there's a different perspective for each one. Thank you for listening to my English on history. Now I'll move on to my world history POL. I'm in period 6-8. I'll be presenting on Essential Skill 3, the Industrial Revolution. And my thesis statement is urbanization had the biggest effect on society after the Industrial Revolution because of the growth and development of cities. So my first piece of evidence is that urbanization impacted city environments, causing pollution by homes. So I found one of the quotes that we did in a DBQ in class by Charles Dickens, and it says, "The streets were hot and dusty on a low summer day. On the summer day, stokers emerged from low underground doorways into factory yards and sat on steps and posts, wiping their swarthy visages and contemplating goals. The whole town seemed to be frying in oil." What he means by this is that workers weren't getting what they deserved, and it was very tough for them to work without getting maybe pay, or they weren't getting what they wanted, because just in that time it was tough. And then for the pollution by homes, there's many factories and there's many buildings by homes which cause pollution, and then it causes diseases. And one of those diseases that goes on today, that's one of the worst diseases that's ever happened, is cancer. My second piece of evidence is urbanization caused reinformed movements by the citizens. So child labor and the unsafe working conditions, people were getting hurt, cut, they were even getting killed. And the factory owners didn't care because they could always just pick somebody else up that needed a job or that wanted a job. And the children that were working, they didn't know any better. All they knew is they had to work. what their job was. They didn't know about money. They know if they were getting enough. They just worked and got money. My third piece of evidence is the dirty and unsanitary towns. So during this time, people would throw their waste, like they'd go to the bathroom or they'd throw it out the window, and it would be really disgusting because people would have to walk by down the streets and look at that. So all trash and sewage went directly into the streets, and cities did not have proper waste disposal systems, so water was polluted as well. I will now move on to my DBQ. So this is my DBQ. First I wrote down the eagle. That's one of the biggest pictures in this picture. It's one of the biggest things because the eagle is spread out across Earth. So I put that as the American symbol for America. And in 1898 is when America gained their independence. Also, the stars and stripes represent America. And then I thought that all those other countries that were in the picture, since this picture is specifically on America, I thought that those other countries or those other islands were based on what America conquered or took over. And then also, it says 10,000 miles from tip to tip. That's the wingspan of the eagle, and I think what's in that eagle's wingspan is what America took over. So I wrote, the United States gains power by taking over different countries and islands. 10,000 miles from tip to tip was written by the Philadelphia Press. This explains that the United States took over everything they had, and everything they took is within the wingspan of the American eagle.
What was your annotation you put for 1898?
That was when America became a whole. I think America became what they are today. When they started getting they started taking more countries, and they became one country. They gained kind of their independence.
They gained their independence?
Mm-hmm.
Can I see the content where you wrote your answer?
So this is my grammar tree that I did. The sentence was, the owner decided to sell his coins, which had been locked in a vault for 50 years. I decided to put a comma after coins I messed up, but after coins because it would separate two, which if it didn't, it would kind of be a run-on sentence, and it wouldn't make that much sense. But I tried to complete it all, but I kind of rushed through it at the end because I wanted to finish it, but I didn't understand, so if I can get help on that, because I didn't understand most of it.
Why did you put the comma? Or did you?
Hmm?
Between coins with which did you put a comma?
Did I?
I can't see.
Yeah, I did.
Why?
Because it was, it says like the first part says the owner decided to sell his coins, which could stand on its own, but which had been locked in a vault for 50 years. Like people could say what was locked in a vault for 50 years. That's why I put a comma right there. But I messed up, like where it says adjective, I kind of like put them together, which was wrong on my part.
Dylan, go. Noah and Ricky. Rest of you can go. Your presentation week, that's one is to state your execution. So you're done. Is essentially what and essentially everything is mine just needs to have sign it and then we need to make copies. So that I can copy it. Yeah, sign it and then I'll make a copy of it. Where you go? Why? Ready. Move it over. I'll make copies of these and then I'll send you the copy. Same thing. You need to represent. You should probably practice the template and try not to go over every. Doesn't make sense. That's what you do. It's very clear. That's what you do. Sign it. Make copies. So my conversation is a little different. Those are the exact same pieces that you do. And I've seen this before. I can't give you a lyric for somebody else's work. I know where it's from, because I can type the whole thing out. I need you to do it. Otherwise you're gonna go down. Alright? Your evidence is fine. I need the thesis statement. Monday, let's set up a meeting on Monday. Yep. If we're not running over anytime this week. You brought an extra content outside specifics, let's run for No, and it's in like the language of the rubric overall that I gave you guys at the beginning of the year, that if you bring outside content that's not talked about and make connections that are not talked about in class, then that's like a 4.5 or above.
Hi, today. How you doing? POL week. Presentation week.
You don't present anything today?
No, we have 2 POLs in my on Wednesday and Monday. Monday the 15th. POL's been promising so far? okay, that's better than ice cold.
It's just like minutes. You go to the break rooms first. First minutes.
You excited to do this for the whole 2 weeks? Not looking forward to it? Isn't it refreshing for teachers to see your students teach you for a change?
And that's actually taught me.
I remember my tenth grade POL. Seems like it was so long ago. We had the project where we had to take one of the revolutions and like find a song that relates to it and explain why.
How did they go?
What really well.
What did you choose?
And they also had to come up with our own, like find our own revolution and like talk about the similarities and differences with like the American or French Revolution. This Buck's water, she's so pretentious. I hate her sometimes. I saw Tammy today.
Yeah.
We went to the reading dinner.
You saw it today?
Yeah.
Oh, you have that afternoon session?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Look at this DBQ.
Let's see.
What grade would you give this?
Okay. According to the Virginians, how did the United States gain its power? Oh, right. The United States gained its power by taking over different countries and islands. Okay, that works. 10,000 miles from tip to tip was written by the Philadelphia Press. This explains that the United States took over everything they had, and everything they took is within the wingspan of the American eagle.
Would you go like the C minus?
Yeah, C minus. I think I can sort of understand what's going on, but this is like hilarious. Like that whole sentence in the middle was like really funny. Year of America gained independence. Yeah, I mean.
And you know what's sad? It's not the year America gained independence.
Okay. What is this year? 1980, 1998?
1898.
Yeah.
It's when Hawaii was annexed and America won the Spanish-American War, giving American empire in the Pacific. We went over this in the class.
Okay.
We annotated it together.
Oh yeah, that's, oh my god, Harvey used to get so pissed off because he would literally put up a picture on the wall and say like, we would like all do it together, and then it'd be the exact same one on the test, and we just had to pretty much write what we wrote, but like no one got it, which was hilarious. I mean, it could have been worse, let's be honest.
I'm supposed to be the green student. Where are you? You go to the green room for 10 minutes.
Oh, is that you?
Yeah.
Alright, thank you.
What time does the afternoon thing start? Does it start at 12?
I think someone said it starts at 1. Maybe?
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that true?
What?
The afternoon portion starts at 1 o'clock. I wonder if I'm missing attendance. Probs. Oh my god, that's what I was going to tell you. So get this.
Yes.
Don't get all scared when I say things. So Cammy gave us a text message the other day from Danny Catwood, saying like, oh my god, I talked to like everyone in the group and everyone really wants to know if the next semester to be signed up for it. And Cammy and I got each other, were like, hell no. But yeah, it was really glad that you kind of let you know.
A lot of them have been asking me to.
Really, and you very awkwardly say,
I'm just like, no, yes.
time for change, new year, new me. Yeah, I was trying to think of a more polite way to say it. But I was like, oh, maybe we should all like, get together or something, or we maybe let's do something. You know, hang out again once or twice.
That probably never happened.
Yeah, but like it's a nice thing to say when you know, you don't say no, you just say like, oh no, we'll do something else. But I had a good excuse. I feel like I looked at my seminar already. Did you already decide what seminar you're doing?
I'm doing an interest one,
Uh-huh.
and I don't know the other one, I haven't submitted it yet.
You should just do like a support.
The DBQ support.
Are you guys doing a lot of GPs next semester?
What?
Are you doing a lot of GPs next semester? But yeah, you should do support. A world history support. Do you have a lot of people failing? Yeah. You should just do like a humanities support. Although are you good at English?
Yeah.
More or less.
Yeah. You go to the bathroom.
Me too. I'm gonna go do humanities as well. And also sitting on these POL, because I didn't underestimate one of them. I'll catch up with you
Alright.
later.
Student parent.
Eddie, I have your task, you guys. Gerardo. Monica. Alan. Sonia. Chris. Cassidy. Elliot. Sonia. Omar. Elliot, come over here. Monica, come over here. And Alan, come over here. You guys are gonna get started if I called your name over here on your DVQs and your drawing sheet. And let's have Chris and instruction again. No, not that one.
Is it good?
I've seen the exact word for word pieces in there 3 times.
Wow. They copied that off.
Oh, I know where they copied it from. I'll be able to Google it right here.
Like, regulation. Correct.
Which of course, I'll just scan them. And I'll forward it. That's the first presentation I added. Yeah. Oh, I know. Yes, I'm just trying. Like this. But the Alright, make sure your names are at the top of both sheets. You should have your papers, please. code. What it says.
Cassandra, Gerardo, and Omar, why don't you guys